Mary Denny, co-producer of Swamp in the City, New York City's only Cajun and Creole music and dance festival. I started the festival with my friend Chrissy Naj in 2018. It's still pretty much just the two of us, with some help from Chrissy's husband Noah and some volunteers and the generous support of artists and donors and patrons who come to the festival every year. We never really set out to start a music festival. There used to be a festival in Red Hook, Brooklyn that I used to like to go to, and the woman who had been producing it stopped doing so after the 2016 festival, and I really missed it in 2017, so I reached out to her to offer support for her festival, and I had a meeting set up to help make it happen, to talk about how I could help her in bringing back the festival. And ultimately she decided she had put in her time and gave us her well wishes to start a new festival with a new name. And at that point I had met Chrissy and had asked her whether she might want to help me in helping Deborah, and somehow the ball got rolling. One motivation in starting our festival was to share what we love of our world in New York City with our friends in South Louisiana, and similarly to share what we love of our world in South Louisiana with our friends in New York City. In thinking about how to bring those two worlds together, it felt really important to capture some of the things that are unique to South Louisiana music that aren't getting showcased so much with other festivals. Another goal we had for our festival was to showcase a broader range of the music that we hear down here in South Louisiana than is generally on display at dance festivals in the Northeast. So first off, we don't hire any full bands, but we also make a point of building a schedule that features both big dance hall bands and more casual space. Our festival unique is that we aim to showcase a broader range of the music from South Louisiana than is generally on display at the bigger music and dance festivals in the Northeast. So as a starting point, we don't hire full bands. We hire a bunch of artists who are super talented and very flexible and can play both in big dance hall bands but also in smaller constellations with each other, and love to play, have been playing with each other for decades in various constellations. And sometimes we'll put together a constellation of people who haven't really played with each other in a decade or more. And also people who've been playing with each other since they were teenagers on back porches. And we give them space both to really throw down in a big dance hall version of things, but also to collaborate and be more casual and play in duos and trios. To me, the music of two fiddles or an acoustic trio is just as danceable as a big dance hall band, and not to know that more intimate and casual version of the music is to be missing something that's very much at the soul. So it's really exciting to create space to introduce people to that version of the music of South Louisiana. One of our motivations for starting the festival was to grow the audience for the music from South Louisiana in the Northeast. There are a lot of dedicated dancers and musicians who travel to South Louisiana on the regular and have been for decades. And they show up with great dedication to the festivals across the Northeast. Many of them are my friends. I'm always excited to see them out. And the future of South Louisiana music being performed in the Northeast has to expand beyond that audience. So we've worked hard to network with the blues dance community in New York, with other communities of people who like to play music, with other communities of people who like to dance, with families looking for activities for their children. And I think one thing you would notice if you came to our festival that is pretty different from other festivals really is that there's a much greater diversity in the room, age-wise and otherwise. Our festival got its name at one of our other favorite festivals, the Black Pot Festival in Lafayette, Louisiana. Noah and Chrissy were down, and Chrissy was helping Noah and his brother make a gravy for the Black Pot Cook-Off. And we were standing around the pot joking about how we might have to start our own festival and what we should name it. Somehow Swamp in the City came up and it stuck.